The offense was great. We talked about how that's wrong. They have been temporary slump. But the crazy weird thing, 17 games into the season, maybe the best medicine for the Cowboys to serve an opponent is their defense is just so good. They can rush the passer and all those players just highlight. And maybe the team you don't want to face is the one that does the best job of playing against quarterbacks. Like the best offensive line as far as sacks allowed this year. It's actually the Bucs. They're the team that has the answers. Tom Brady, beyond the fact that he's got a great offensive line, knows how to diagnose, with pressure as well as any quarterback, even for a guy who's not moved at all. And maybe the Buccaneers, maybe they're the team that Dallas is one of them. I know the Buccaneers secondary has been banged up all year and has been an area of vulnerability. That Buccaneers offensive line is so good that the Cowboys say to themselves, our defense does not so it's not like he didn't play great. And it ain't
Good morning, T. Hubbard. I'm doing just fine. About to get up and get my day started. Don't feel like getting up, but it's time. I still got that morning voice. I forgot to do my live stream last night. I was extremely tired and just I had planned to get back up to do it, but it didn't happen. I'm sure everyone gets their day started with prayer, but if you're one that does not, try it this morning. Before you, even if you've already gotten up and your feet have already touched the floor, just take a few minutes. Just give God just a few minutes before you get your day started. And I can guarantee you that your day will have a different outcome. Your day will be much, much better than before. Just by starting it out with prayer. And then make a habit of it each morning. Good morning to the people that are coming in. Name one task that you will conquer today. That you plan to conquer today. The time is 5:52 here. No Central Standard Time. Morning to the people that are coming in. Good morning, Anointed Prayers. Good morning, T. Hubbard. Good morning, Official Jamia. Good morning, Love Eyes in Jamaica. How are you? William the Unknown Cook, thank you for coming in. Yes, T. Hubbard. That's right, girl. You better talk to him throughout the day. I'm feeling stuffy. I may have to take oh, citrus medicine or something. The weather here is so hot and humid. And we had our central air conditioning on for a little bit last night, and I'm paying the price for it now. It was just so hot. I don't know what kind of weather we had. Yes, you have to start your day with prayer. And that's the first thing I do in the morning. Good morning, Lexus Eyes. Were you in prayer this morning? Did you hear me in prayer this morning? Good morning to the people that is coming in. So, um, the question this morning is name one task that you accomplished today. You know how we have a to-do list and some things get crossed out for that day and some don't because it's just not enough hours in the day. There are enough hours. We just don't apply ourselves or have good time management to get the things done. So, what is one task, one thing that you plan to do today and you feel that you're actually going to get it done? Alexis, I talk to you right now. I was going to try to get a few minutes more sleep before I got up, but there's so many things on my mind. And I was feeling a certain way about a few things, but after prayer, it's like those things were just irrelevant. So prayer is something. It'll ease your mind. I'm waiting, Alexis Ice. Yeah. You know what I found myself doing the other day? Not yesterday, which was Tuesday. So it had to be Monday. And I know I need to go make an appointment and fast and in a hurry. I was craving ice so bad. And that's usually not my thing. But I've been telling you, I'm feeling kind of just off lately. And let me tell you what I did. And I said, I know it's time for me to make an appointment. The deep freeze ice, I was actually in there looking for something. Trying to, it's jam packed, and I was trying to see what all we had in there. Because you get tired of the same chicken, fish. Just, I said, let me cook something different. So I was trying to see what I could find in there. It's like that ice was calling me. It was calling me. And then, I told you, we in the car sometimes, and when I turn the air conditioner on, it's like the freshness from the air conditioner or whatever. It's like it makes me crave the ice. It's crazy, huh? So it's like when that ice was looking so like frothy, like, and I got a spoon and I did it like subconsciously. Before I knew it, I was eating deep freeze ice. I was, oh my God, it's time to go make an appointment. When you get that stage like that, your eye levels are off. because eating ice does not make your iron low. It's a symptom that your iron is low. Yeah, I know it. And I did it. And I caught myself. I was like, what am I doing? I put ice in the blender, in the vegetable, the chopper, and make it just real, like the Sonic ice is. And I said, I can do something about this. That's right, God first. When you open eyes. In my family for years we have like a prayer. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Each morning we do like a prayer conference. We've been doing it for years. My sister in Atlanta, she will call me, and everybody know who they call. We end up on a conference call, and we have prayer every morning. We have a prayer list for people that we're praying for, and we pray every morning for years. Now, I always try to be transparent. Some mornings I miss because I oversleep or didn't hear the phone ring or didn't charge the phone up and the phone is dead. And then I have to, build to have a relationship with God for yourself. And I, pray on my own. But every morning as a family, we pray. It's my mom, my family, my sister that lives here, her husband, my sister Monique and her husband in Atlanta, my brother, his wife, and every morning we will pray. Some mornings it's kind of fun because my mom say, "Now, y'all turn these TVs down. I hear somebody TV in the background or somebody snoring," and mom will say, somebody snoring. Y'all mute the phones. If you get up, mute your phone. Somebody sleeping, somebody snoring. Who is that? It's funny, but because it's so early in the morning. And mama tells us, y'all be more serious about it because you can't go to God sleeping and snoring. Get up, get up out the bed and pray. But I can actually say this morning that before prayer, you know how something is weighing heavy on your spirit, on your heart, on your mind, you toss and turn. And that's why I often tell people that even though YouTube is real, you know, it's real people, people sharing their real lives with you, or much of their real life they want to share, it's still on a device, and you can turn it on, turn off, even though you be connections with people, from YouTube or from social media. At the end of the day, you can choose to turn your device on or off. When you turn it off, you're in your real time world. You know, things that matter the most are here. You turn the device off. And so I try to keep that in mind. So a few things that I saw, I was on Instagram and I've been seeing, things on YouTube, and it was weighing heavy on me. And I had to keep reminding myself, um, you have so much to be thankful for. Don't worry about certain things, you know. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to counteract how I was feeling about this certain thing. So my sister called from Atlanta, so I said, okay, I didn't realize what time it was, so it was time to pray. So I just cleared my mind, and got myself, ready for prayer as everybody was coming on the line. And so as I began to just, meditate and receive the prayer, once the prayer was over with, I felt so much better and the thing that I had um, toying with, it seemed so just nothing. You know, it was like it is not even worth even giving time to. And so many things I'm not facing, but things I have to do in my real life. That little thing that I was worried about or had seen, I laughed because I was like, it's not even important. It does not even. It's nothing. You know. Good morning, the craft guru. How are you? Alexis, I was asking, are you still here? I'm looking. I'm not even looking at I was just thinking out loud. You still here? And the thing about you have to be careful about groups and cliques and inclusion, excluding people from certain things. That's why I've always, my daddy instilled this in us. It's okay to not be accepted. It's okay to not be a part of the group or the cliques. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, you are an individual. The things you have done in your life, you have to stand accountable for those things. So be strong, be firm in your beliefs. Don't be weary. And my dad always said, if it's something you believe in, if you're standing by yourself, and my dad always used to stand on it. And that's what I have. That's my foundation. That's what I have carried me my entire life, and that's what I pass on or try to instill in my son. You do not have to be accepted by groups or cliques. If you feel that strongly about it, it's okay to stand alone. It's okay to not be included in certain things. If you feel so strongly about it, if it's something you're interested in, start your own organization. Where people do feel. And one thing that gets me, these groups, you just want to exclude certain people from your group, But let me or whoever wants to come on, let me drop the link. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, there is the link. And I consider myself to be a positive person. So I always have, and I don't follow the crowd. And if I feel a person is wrong, especially someone in my circle, you should surround yourself with people in your circle who's gonna be amen people. And they know you're wrong about certain things, but they still go along with it. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. If you in my circle, that means I have a connection with you. That means I care enough about you to put myself in that close to you. And if you wrong, I'm gonna let you know you're doing right. It's not right. You're right for them reevaluate that. We're not right for that. Okay. Next. Okay. Did I get you? I think you are here. Alexis, are you here? Oh Lord. Okay, Alexis. It says you're here. But I don't think your avatar. Are you here? Come on, the store family. I don't come up again. Okay, there you go.
Good morning. It
Hello.
was showing that I was still backstage.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you
Turn
hear
your
me? Can you hear me?
turn your mic
Hello?
on.
My mic is on. You've been muffled when you were talking. Can you hear me?
Oh my goodness. Go out and come back in. Go all the way out and back in. How are you, Stewart family? I'm just running this morning. Okay, now try to come back in and exercise. While exercise is trying to come back in, um, she said sometimes, you know, call a spade a spade. It don't even play. No, even I never learned how to play cards. We were such a strict house. So when I went out to college, they were like, "I play cards." I said, "No, I never learned how to play spades." And they, people try to teach me how to play, and I call myself playing a couple of times. It was never my thing. I got the concept and things like that, but it just was never my thing. So the point I'm trying to make is you just have to not go along groups and cliques. It's okay to be in
just have fun when I play, like nutmeg or whatever, throw a lob, and I jump with the big. It's just all in my game, and I've just always played like that. How did opposing
Okay,
fans
how about now,
feel
y'all?
about the passion?
This internet is crappy.
It's not always been the nicest fans or whatever out there,
Okay,
but I
let's
think they
see.
love my skin, maybe make it a little better.
Sometimes people will misconstrue that confidence as cockiness, and I think that's why they love to hate him.
That hate pushed Trey like nothing else could. Each defiant performance sealed with his signature, a bow to the crowd. As a senior, Trey averaged 42 points a game. He finally got the national attention.
Is the connection better now, y'all?
Five teams to make the playoff, and they'll meet number one Alabama. In the other, it'll be second-ranked Michigan and number three Georgia. Just out of the playoff, Notre Dame is fifth. Ohio State ranked sixth. We are back on Keyshawn J. Will with
Mixing with the
7:17
muffins. Good morning.
and your NFL watch list
Are you able to hear me very clearly?
Wednesday morning, and it's time now for us. Talk a little college football with a man that really doesn't need any introduction. We'll give him one anyways. It is Paul Feinbaum. You know him as the host of the Paul Feinbaum Show, and you know him as somebody who is as woven into the fabric of ESPN's college football coverage as anybody. Paul, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Harry. Thanks for having me on. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. And the good news is, Paul, that we're
Okay.
finally
Because
getting
they were saying I
closer
was
to the
sounding like
college
a
football
robot.
playoff semifinals. We are just 2 days away from both Alabama,
How are
Cincinnati,
you this
but
morning?
also Michigan and Georgia. We know how the college football playoff committee ranked them. But how would you rank these four teams, Paul, if you were to do your own 1 through 4 ranking? And this will all make more sense with the follow-up question after. Fields, the real issue is who's number one, and I'm not talking about who's really number one. It's who is the best team. And for most of the season, I thought it was Georgia, but
What are your plans today? What do you have on your list to do? Other than I know we're getting up, getting ready for work. But what are some other things that you
agreed.
have planned to get done today?
Alabama. Now, Georgia, in my mind, was still going to be number two ahead of Michigan, which I think we fell in love with late in the year because of the Ohio State winning the Big Ten championship there, and they were just
That's
so good.
right.
Now
Every
they sit
morning.
unpredictably fourth within
Every
Cincinnati.
morning that you open your eyes is a blessing.
Paul, I gotta ask you, when you look at this matchup between Georgia and Michigan, I think Michigan personally is one of the most elite teams in college football. What do you think their chances are actually beating Georgia?
Because somebody went to sleep last night and didn't wake up.
Harry, I think they're reasonable.
Okay, nothing wrong with
So
rest.
far, for those of us
Nothing. Nothing at all.
who got mired in this Georgia run to separate ourselves from what we saw because you just simply can't say you played Alabama and you ended up getting shredded. So, let's just call that a mulligan. You don't get mulligans in this sport. And so I hear you. I resisted what I was watching with my own eyes all year with Michigan. They looked good from the beginning, but again, just like I said with Georgia, you're hung up on when is it going to collapse? And when they
Where
were
you
able to capitulate late, there was
live? Where y'all
some hope
live?
then. But
What
that
state?
was a hiccup. That was an aberration. That wasn't who this Michigan team was. This Michigan team was exactly who we saw against Ohio State. So I hear you. A lot of my friends like you who played the game, understand the game, I believe Michigan is going to win this game. I'm not quite convinced of that, but I would not call out the reserves to battle you on it either. I think
Oh, your
watching
body will let you know when it's time to get rest. It'll shut completely down.
favorite. I think it's going to come
It
down
will
to
shut completely
one or two
down.
plays. I know that sounds cliche, but I think it is a very close game. I do like Georgia though.
Oh, yeah, you're not crazy about saying that though, Paul, because one of the things that I don't think a lot of people understand about football games, whether it's at the college level or the national football level, there are about 4 to 6 plays that decipher and decide a football
you mentioned that obviously you're going to Cincinnati, which I think most people will see as
Okay, y'all in Jamaica.
even as the only undefeated team. But strange things can happen in college football. Who's the roadmap for Cincinnati to close off a historic upset on Friday against Alabama?
I think they need to watch the Auburn game.
Well, glad to have you. We've been connected.
And I realize everyone
I've been on some of your you know,
seen that game.
videos lots
That was a
lots of
game
times.
that Alabama's offense was in doubt the entire game until the final drive. And the reason was that Auburn, which is which
So are you all excited for the new year?
happened. They lost yesterday to Birmingham on Houston. Simply put pressure on Bryce Young the entire game. He was running for his life. Alabama's running game, which has not been great, and it was a little bit more challenge in that game because of an injury to Brian Robinson than it will be this weekend. It just simply couldn't get anything going until Bryce Young had that to the game when Auburn simply forgot that they should play reckless. They have nothing to lose. This is their moment. I know Cincinnati realizes that so many things are resting with them. The Power Five has been brilliant in the bowl season. They've been beating SEC teams. They've been beating ACC teams. This is not a game to get uptight. This is a game
Good morning, everybody. Alexis Ice, hit that link if you still want to come up. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Am I sounding like a robot now?
No, you're clearer now.
So the other time it was horrible.
It was. It was.
You couldn't, what, I mean, you can hear anything I was saying at all.
It was so muffled until I was trying to make out the words you were saying. But
Oh,
it's much better now.
well, thank you for coming in. What's up?
Not much, just a Wednesday morning. Just another day.
Yeah. What you doing up so early?
Yeah, well, I have to go to work at 8 o'clock, and so I'm just mentally preparing for work today.
Yeah. So other than work, do you have anything, any tasks that you have to get done today that you think you're actually gonna get a chance to get them done?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm really, really, really not sure because when I get off work, it's just downhill. It's just
Yeah.
let me unwind. And by the time you unwind, it's time to go to bed, really. So,
Yeah.
everyone needs that little, I believe everyone needs that unwinding time right after work
Yeah.
because, work can be so stressful at times.
Oh, tell me
And,
about it.
I've learned when I'm off work, I leave work
At work.
at work. I can't bring work home with me because uh I actually work from home, but I can't bring the issues that I've had that day. Uh, you know,
Right. Right.
when I leave my office, I can't bring those issues with me. I have to have like a
Yeah.
free mind or whatever. Yeah, clear my thoughts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you don't want to sit in negativity toward
Your
the
family.
job. Because if you have to go there every day, you need to like it. And I tell a lot of people, why continue to stay on a job you don't like? I
That's,
believe if you like your job, you will enjoy what you do. Your day will go much smoother if you like what you do. So
yeah.
I tell people all the time, kind of choose a job that you're going to like.
Right. And then you won't feel like you're working at all.
Exactly, it'll be you'll enjoy yourself. Time will go by so fast. I remember I had a job before COVID. I was actually, where I work in house in an office. I was office manager,
Right.
and I loved the job so until literally Brandon, our Brandon. It
Yeah.
would literally be 3:30 in the evening, and he come through the office, hey Auntie, and I'm like, why you ain't at school? It's just 12. And I realized it was because I love my job and
Right.
I didn't keep up with time. But
Right.
now on the job I'm at now, hey, I'm looking at my computer. What time is it?
Wow. Hmm.
But I like it, but I just gotta, it's just certain things that just can be overwhelming.
Yeah. So, did you enjoy your Christmas holiday?
I did. I had some a few health issues going on Christmas, but besides Christmas, I had a great Christmas. I was able to get gifts, to
Right.
everyone in my family, and I think they really appreciated them. I received gifts. I was able to do the family time. So overall, I had a good Christmas. To be able to just say you were alive, Christmas 2021.
Yeah.
That means you were blessed with with all that's been going on.
That's true. Because so many people that started out this year are no longer here. You know,
Hmm.
and it's just a blessing to
Uh-huh.
be given the chance to, just to be alive and have your health and strength or a portion of your health and strength. You know.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
And so, what are your plans for the new year? Anything special?
Well, I'm going to do my vision board like I do every year.
Okay.
And to be really honest with you, the vision board that I did last year, everything on there has manifested itself because I do believe, write the vision, make it plain. It has
Becca.
manifested
Becca.
itself, even
Yes.
from the salary to everything that I
Right.
asked for.
Right.
God put that in place for me.
Right.
And so I'm gonna make a new vision board. And I'm just gonna. And one thing about me, I just don't make a vision board and just put it up. I make it so that I'm able to look at it at all times. I make it so that hey, when I pass by something, I'm looking at it. I put it so it's very visual.
Right.
That and every time I look at it, I'm reminding myself, okay, I got this. Okay, look at this. And then you was talking about praying in the morning time.
Hmm.
That's a part of my daily prayer, is the things that's on the on my vision board. I point to it and I'm like, okay, God, manifest that list over there. I got manifested for me, you know. And so I was thinking of this time to go ahead and get it done. And I normally like to have it written out before the new year come in because I like put the time and date that I made it out. And most of my boards are done on December 31st. And I time stamp it, I signed it. And I mean that's just something I look at every day. And then if it when it becomes manifested, I check it off. I'm like, okay, we got this.
You know what? Uh,
Uh-huh.
a lot of people know or not, but you and I are actually sisters.
Mm-hmm.
We were raised up in the same house, same parents,
Mm-hmm.
and we have always been taught, you know, Habakkuk, write the vision, make it plain.
Yes.
And so I I'm coming. I'm well aware of that, but
Uh-huh.
it's only been since I've been married
Uh-huh.
that I've actually put that into action.
Uh-huh.
You know, so what I did was I typed it out on the computer, on the laptop,
Uh-huh.
but I would read it, but I didn't print it out. And so
Uh-huh.
I said, I'm in my own way. You know, sometimes we have to
Yeah.
get out of our own way, hauling ourselves up. And my voice is so
Uh-huh.
raspy because now, you know, the weather's been so hot and humid. I don't know what's going on with this weather.
Oh yeah, it was 86 degrees Saturday.
Uh,
Well, it's raining now, so hopefully that's gone and
cool it off.
let the
But
yeah.
what I did, you know, I'm very hot nature. So what I did yesterday, the floors, like they had started to sweat. So it was hot. And the temp in this
Uh-huh.
house was 86. So
Ooh.
I turned the central air on.
Uh-huh.
And I was only gonna let it stay on a little while just to cool, you know, cool the house off or whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
ended up falling asleep with it on. So
Mm-hmm.
I turned it off, and it's really messing with me now. It's got. Can you tell I'm all congested and stuff?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna have to get up and take some medicine to get my day started because I
Mm-hmm.
forgot to turn the air off. But it was just so hot I couldn't take it. I was starting to be miserable. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
back to what we were talking about. So I was in my own way. So
Uh-huh.
I said, well, let me go ahead and print this out. Let me go ahead and print it
Mm-hmm.
out. So I printed it out. I read it out loud. And after I read it out loud, I said, let me read out loud again. And it's
Uh-huh.
like 4 or 5 pages. And it's 4 or 5 pages because I use the big print. I didn't use like the regular 12-point font. I use big print so I can see it. So what I did, I printed it out, and the bathroom in our bedroom, I got it on the wall. So, and my husband usually he kind of understands that the bathroom in the bedroom is my space. Does that make
Uh-huh.
sense?
That
Because
makes sense.
I have it decorated with me. It's a reflection of me. It is. It's a reflection of me. And so he don't, he will use it. People in the house will use it. If someone's in
Mhm.
the other bathroom, but for the most part, that's my space. And so that's where I put, when I printed my what I wanted from God. That's where I put it in that bathroom. And so when I go in there, I read it every time.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I read it out loud. Sometimes I don't. I just look at it and I read it. And those are things that, I want from God. It's not a wish list or anything like that, because God will give you the desires of your heart.
Oh
But
yes, he
you
will.
have to, you have to live according to His word. And I fall short. I never told anybody that I was perfect or anything like that. Good morning to Mary Delaney. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, how can I see the comments?
Go to
Okay,
the
I just hit
live
chat.
chat. Yeah.
Okay, Tamara Delaney, good morning.
And so, so I'm learning to be better. And I'm not going to make a New Year's resolution or anything like that. But
Uh-huh.
what I am going to do is concentrate myself, focus on the things I've asked God for,
That's right.
you know, and
Mhm.
try to be a better me.
And do you know something else? You have to set the tone of your day.
That's true.
And so I set the tone of my day by basically saying, I decree and declare I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have a perfect day. Nothing in this day is going to send me into any kind of panic, worry,
Right.
frustration. I set that tone. I remember when I was in high school, and we walked to school. It wasn't bad.
Around the,
Why high school was
back,
okay. It's right,
everybody
around the
wasn't
corner.
no. Listen, let me say this. Back in the
Uh-huh.
day when we were going to school, nobody had cars. Everybody walked.
Yeah.
It's like
And so, and then how our house was from the high school, so it
yeah,
was just they wasn't picking us up on no bus.
I
But
was a
anyway,
the chalk.
yeah, and so the people I was walking to school with, right before we would walk up on the campus, I didn't know they would hear me say, "I will have a good day. I will have a good day. I will
Is
have a
in
good
the
day."
building. Yeah,
Okay, okay. And so they would hear me say, I will have a good day. And so one day, the girl that I was walking with, she was telling me something. She was like, "Y'all know something? I'm gonna start saying what my name. I can't say my name, but I'm gonna start saying what she say every every morning because I said that yesterday and it worked.
wow.
And so I was setting the tone for my day.
What you say?
I will have a good day. I will have a good day. I will have a good day. Cause life and death lies in the power of the tongue.
That's so
And
true.
so if you say, "Oh, I'm finna have a bad day on this
That's
job.
the type
I'm
of
finna
day
have a
you gonna
bad
have.
day at school.
Yeah.
I'm finna go ahead and tell everybody off,"
Huh?
you are manifesting that. And as soon as you get there, guess what?
Yeah.
Somebody heard that and they're gonna be ready.
It's
That
right.
will sit in the atmosphere. That's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
And then, so you have to be careful with your words. And so I just say, I'm gonna have a good day.
You have to speak and take ownership of that. It may
Uh-huh.
be some hiccups and bumps, but take control of your day. Nobody can make you have a bad day. Nobody can.
Hmm.
They can. That song, "Don't Kill My Bible," whatever it is.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
They can't kill your life. If you allow them to get into your mental space and disrupt your positive mindset, then you don't give people that power over you. Like you just said, keep saying and take ownership. I am going to have a good day. I will have a good day. No matter
Uh-huh.
what obstacles come at you, block them. Like the
Exactly.
kids watch
Uh-huh.
superpower, they throw them shields up. You block them.
Uh-huh.
You block them. Block them. Block them.
Hmm.
Don't let them
Hmm.
get past that shield. You know, so you're right. Set the tone of your day. That's why for years we have been getting up praying every morning, and setting the tone for our day. Not saying the devil's not waiting because that's his job. He on his job. We got to be on ours. He gonna do what he came to do. But you got to be you got to be ready and waiting because that I mean he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. So you got to be ready.
Yeah, that. Uh-huh. And you know something? I remember I was working in the school system, and so one of the teachers, it's like every Friday the principal would just get her all just upset. And
Yeah,
so one Friday evening we were eating dinner, and she was just sitting at the table at the restaurant just about in tears. And I'm like, it's the weekend. And I told her, I said, never, allow the
yeah,
principal to have you so it's a Friday evening and
right,
he's out there home with his family enjoying life and you stuck here in a dark place
right.
crying, and I said, don't allow that to happen.
To take
You
control
know,
over you like that.
yeah, yeah. And whatever he said, whatever he done Friday evening, okay, I'm just gonna freeze that. I'm gonna leave
Right,
that in the parking lot. And when
right,
I pull out the parking lot, I'll pick that back up Monday morning. But
right.
I'm not gonna allow you to ruin my 2 days off. I'm gonna enjoy them.
And you know what? We have to be more conscious
Mm-hmm.
of what we say to people because
Uh-huh.
your words carry merit. Your
Oh,
words carry weight. Your words carry weight.
yeah.
And a
Uh-huh.
lot of times, you say things to people,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, the person who has offended you is gone on, enjoying the rest of their day, going on
Don't
living
even remember
life.
what they said to you.
Exactly. And you holding it. You holding it.
And your feelings hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I have learned, and I'm just not just learning this, but I have learned to move this in action, put this in action. If a
Mm-hmm.
person has offended you, there's nothing wrong with you saying, "Hey, I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a certain way about that." Because why hold on to that and they going on with their life and you there holding it? And most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, the person ain't thought twice about what they said.
They off somewhere else offending somebody else because that's their character.
Yeah,
And you still harboring all my feelings hurt and they have offended 50 more people that day
huh?
because that's them.
Yeah. So it's okay to, and I just teach my son, it's okay to stop person. Wait, hold up. I didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
I feel a certain way. It's okay to do that.
Mhm.
It's okay to do that. And sometimes I have to be honest with myself. You know how you feel like you just get a person together, like, I'm
Uh-huh.
going to check you. Sometimes
Mhm.
I go off on somebody for whatever reason. I feel like they deserve for me to go off on.
Mhm. Then you get tired.
Oh, girl, I'll go off to myself while I think later, oh my, I know I didn't say that.
But
Oh
guess what?
God.
That's your conscience. You
Oh
actually
God.
have a conscience.
I said I
Some people don't have conscience.
I feel so bad and I, reach back out to the person and say, you know what? When I said it, I was in the heat of the moment. This is
Uh-huh.
why I said it, but I didn't mean to say it like that. I want you to know how I felt, but I didn't mean to come off that harsh like
Mhm.
that. But I felt that way because of this or that. But sometimes it's all in
Mhm.
your delivery or whatever. In
Yeah,
the
it's in
moment,
your
you feel
delivery.
like it deserves that, but later on, like you said, your conscience will tear you up. Like you was
Mhm.
dead wrong for that.
You was wrong for doing
Yeah, that's right, sweet. It's how you say it. It's how you say it.
it.
Even when I worked in long term care in administration, and I did long term care, I often say I'm going to go back. I switched from long term care to mental illness, so I often say I want to go back. I really do. But when I worked in long term care, and I had four assistants, and honey, those assistants, I people, you know. just listen to people. They'll tell you what kind of supervisor you are. You know that.
Uh-huh.
Just if you listen, they will tell you. And I consider I don't think I'm a mean person, but if we have a task, especially if it's a time, if it's something we have to do by a certain time and you playing around, I'm very time orientated in my work performance. You know, at home I'm laid back because I feel like at home I'm on my own time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but at work, if something has to be done by 3 o'clock, you know, 1:30, I'm going over it, making sure everything is done. So if it's just done at 3, you are already late. You know, you don't have
Yeah.
room to correct errors because you run late. But anyway, so I will often tell them, and you know, I let them know this is what I expect. This is what I want done, and it's no excuses why it shouldn't be done by a certain time. And I had walked up on them calling me bees.
Oh wow.
I'm like, wow, I didn't know they felt like that about me, you know? But if I give you a task and you're well aware of it and you have time to do it, I don't understand why it's not done. Or you just finishing at the deadline. Why? Why you
Did they
just
have anything else to do
why?
with that was just that was their number one task to do?
But you know, I have a person I had to report to. So if you slacking and lacking, that
Oh
reflects on
yeah.
me. You
Mm-hmm.
know? But you know, one particular time, it really hurt my feelings because I'm thinking I was a lenient supervisor. I'm thinking I'm okay with them, and I had to remember it's just work. It's not personal. We're here to do a job and go home. And so I start, you know, if you like me, fine. If you don't, we can play and have fun at work, but your work got to get done. Nothing else needs to be said. Your work has to be completed. It has to be done. And there's no time, you know, for playing around and stuff. But I just had to, you know, just remember your words carry weight and you have to be conscious of how you I'll say handle people, interact with people because you don't know what effect you have on a person, whether if it's positive or negative. You know, some people break easily, and you have to be aware of how you talk to them. And you know, you never know what causes a person to snap. You know, or to, even now that I'm with working with people with mental illness, young people, old people, people from the military, people that have degrees, they have worked in their career fields, they have just snapped and lost it. You know, it's the breaking point, and whatever traumatic experience that they've had in their life caused them to snap and have a mental breakdown. So sometimes people are fragile. We have to be more aware of what we say to people. You know, if you want to be a decent or a good human being, you have to be aware of what you say to people.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's why I try to be a positive person. That's why I try to um, make sure that I am not pushing out negative energy. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I fall short. And that's why the Bible says, study to show yourself approved. You have to check and make sure before you try to uh, guide anybody that you're not falling short in the area. You know. So,
And you know something else?
mhm,
I been as you was talking, I was thinking about, some teachers that actually, teach educators.
right,
Uh, I've often felt like if you are in it just for the salary, go and find a job
I always
that
say
matches the salary, but
right,
not dealing with children
right,
because
right,
you have to have the love for a child.
right,
And when you don't have the love for a child, you'll say any and everything to them.
right, sweet Ree. That's right,
And and you can affect the child with words that you say.
right,
And right today, right now, I have some classmates, and and myself can remember some rude things that were said to us when
Mhm.
we were first grade. Was said to us when we were third grade by just teachers that should have been working somewhere else.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know that they should not have been a teacher
Uh,
because of their attitude. I mean, they the education field should not have been something. Maybe they could have been a principal where they dealt with adults, or but not just directly in the classroom with
right.
with children.
Right. You know what? And you know for yourself, I have hosted many, many workshops talking about this very subject. Someone has to be an advocate for the kids because people often talk about the school shootings and the kids, but the teachers, the students created those monsters. People don't want to talk about it, but they create those monsters. Most of the time, those kids who are the ones that's bringing the guns and shoot. Why? You have to think why. What made the child snap and made him feel like his only option was to go and shoot a place? What happened? What caused him to feel that way? And what I have learned, what I have told people in these workshops is that most of the time the bullies are the ones that's getting away with it because if you're in a classroom setting, okay, and you have a child that's being picked on, and that child is being picked on because most of the time the child is quiet or is not with the in crowd, whatever, and they're vulnerable, and for whatever reason, he's a target. And so the bully picks on that child. When the child finally reacts, the teacher don't don't call out the bully. Who did the teacher call out? The child that reacts.
Yes, the child has reacted.
Yeah. And so you punishing the wrong child. You are punishing the wrong child. I never understood that. So just like you said, if you don't have the love for children, if you're going in just for the salary, you are in the wrong field because your words impact children. Your words carry weight with kids. You can grow a monster right from your classroom. And so when a child breaks and snaps, oh, what happened? What he must come from a broken home. No, you created that monster right there in your classroom when you could have put a stop to it. You didn't. You turned
Yeah,
the left
Mr.
out.
Laney want to join. Miss Table, Mr. Laney asked him to join.
Okay. Okay.
She want
Come
to
on.
chime in on what we're saying.
Hit that. Let me add the link again.
Okay.
And Alexa, you told me you'll not be more aware of my comments, not just, I'm a talker. I'll just be talking. So thank you for making me read these comments. And if I'm, like you just did, if I'm missing somebody, just bring me, let me know.
Uh-huh.
Snap on the go and keep your look tight between barber visits. Snap on the go and insight.
Okay, let me drop the link again. Okay, just hit the link, Miss Delaney. Miss Delaney, just hit the link. Oh, I'm so stuffy, congested. But it was just so hot. It was so hot here yesterday.
Mhm.
Lexa, do you see the link?
I see the link.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure it showed up. So, okay, this year. Hold on. Okay, are you there? Okay, I see you. Good morning.
Hey,
Hey.
I can't hear you guys very well, but
You
Can you
can.
hear me? Okay. Can you hear me now?
a little bit
Let me see if I
Okay.
can turn my volume up some.
because I could hear you guys on the chat. like
Oh,
very well. But now that I came in here, I can't hear you much.
okay. Okay. So what do you think? Maybe I need to turn this TV. I don't even know where the remote is. My husband, I have this. Lexus, Ice, are you still there?
I am.
Okay. How about now? Is it better? Hello, Tamara. Lexus, Ice, can you hear?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. I think Tamara's getting her volume and stuff together. Yes. I mean, Sweet Reed's comment. Yeah. Some people do just go into their fields for the money. You have to have a heart because even in as adults going to a workplace, adults will snap.
And you know something else? Sometimes children will be afraid to go home and let their mom know what the teacher said because of retaliation.
Right. It may,
And I worked in a school system for 7 years, and I know teachers talk. You know, teachers when the parent comes to the school, okay, now that child is labeled as oh his mom, her mom. They all come out here and just clown. So yes,
I was that
retaliation.
parent.
It
I was that parent.
happened.
I,
Girl, can I share with them what happened when I had to go off because I worked at the same school? Our little boy, Brent went to
I don't know what you go. It's been so many instances.
$5 bill. You
Ooh,
remember that?
uh-uh.
You remember? He had to pay for his lunch. He didn't get his change back,
Oh, go
and so
ahead.
you
Go
went
ahead.
and did
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay. Is
I
it okay that I tell it, girl?
don't snap, but go ahead.
You remember?
I think I remember. I know he had to pay like $2, and the meals were crappy anyway. Let him bring his own food that I know he would eat. So he had to pay for breakfast, he had to pay for lunch, and it wasn't even worth it. But anyway, and a lot of times I would pay his meals up, because he was, how kids lose money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I would go up and pay for his meals up front, for a certain amount of time. And then sometimes we'll just give him the money, he'll go pay. But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, so this particular day, you had given him, I think it was a $5 bill or something like that. But anyway, he should have had change. From the register should have given him change, and so she didn't give it to him. And so you was wondering, okay, so if she didn't give you your change back, I wonder how many other students she's not giving change back to.
Right.
Because these kids was like second, third, fourth grade.
Yeah.
And so you just went and you talked to the cafeteria manager. So you just went, I think it was you and mom. You just went and had just a little meeting with the cafeteria manager and the food service director in a closed door meeting.
Right.
And so I was just so happy you all had left because you texted me and said y'all had finished the meeting. I'm like, okay, great. And so I was walking down the breezeway of the school and I heard a conversation, the janitors talking about clowning over $5 bill. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know they're not talking about my folks. Because I know
Mm,
my folks just left by here for the meeting. And I'm
mm,
like, oh my God, how in the world did this conversation come out of this meeting? So I text you, I was like, okay, where were you all at when you all had this meeting? So you told me you was on the other side of the school because I knew where the food service director, office was. And I'm like, okay, so how did the janitors end up over there to know what happened?
mhm,
And so I was so mad. I was so, so, so mad, girl, because, Brent, my boy, you ain't finna mess with Brent.
mhm,
And so, and I'm like, what? And so instead of me approaching the janitor to like what are you saying? I went and I told the principal on. I reported her. I'm like, Mr. So and so, my family came out here and they had a private meeting on the other side of campus, and whatever was discussed, I guess the cafeteria workers came through the house talking because the janitors out there discussing my family.
Mhm.
And so after that janitor lady did not like me anymore. And then 2 years ago, she became an auntie. You know how she became an auntie.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like that about this. I don't
Uh
care if
huh.
it was a quarter. I worked
Mhm.
hard for my money, and I felt like this was back when, before they gave the uh, free lunches to kids, so
Mhm.
we had to pay. And I don't care if they didn't give him a quarter back. If it was due to him, I want it. Because
Mhm.
if you take a quarter from him, $1 from this child, $2 from that child, by the end of the
Mhm.
day, the end of the month, you done racked up off school lunches,
Mhm.
not giving kids their change back.
That's right.
So what was the purpose for you not giving him his? Why you didn't give him his change back?
Because you seen a third grader and you knew that you could steal from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it was plenty of times I had to go check teachers. They already knew uh I was coming. Because
You became.
you were not going to tarnish, or you were not going to have that impact on my child like that. Because like now he's off to college, and growing up, do you think I was gonna let you brand him or put that in his mind, and you going off living your life and he carrying that weight or something you said or how you treat him throughout his life? No, you're not gonna do him like that. I'm always
Exactly.
an advocate for him first.
And you know something
Like
now, the
you don't
younger
you
the
don't have
younger generation that
mm,
have children in school, it's not that they are just as a teacher labor. Oh, that's a crazy mom. No, these are
right,
parents now who is not going to allow what
right,
happened to them in school to
exactly.
happen to their children.
That's
They're
right.
not going to allow teachers to your child leave home a happy child and
Mhm.
then they come back home low self-esteem broke
Right,
down because something a teacher that
exactly.
probably has had an argument with her husband before she left home,
But
or a
that's
teacher
something
that
that
that's facing foreclosure, she's bringing all that to her classroom. And so the younger parents now, they're not going to allow what happened to them to
right.
happen to their child.
You know what? Sweet Ree said something early. She said they already have underlying issues when they come into the workplace, and you dump all that stuff off at work, and it's
Uh-huh.
really coming from home. And like with these kids, you can't. You have to watch. You are molding kids, and kids. They're like sponges. They soak up everything. You can't sit there. Then you sit there like you talking over their heads. These kids are smart. They know
You
you
can't
talking
talk
over
over their
themselves.
head.
You're not
You
really talking
can't.
over their heads. You think you are,
They
but
know
they ain't
exactly what you're talking about.
exactly. And you mean to tell me as a child, I gotta sit there and listen to you talk about me, and I know you talking about me. You doggone right. I'm an advocate for my child. You don't have to like me, but you gonna treat my child right. You gonna respect. I'm gonna respect you in your position as a, and we gonna
Hello, you kind of muffling now.
huh?
You okay? You was kind of muffling out.
Okay. How about now?
Hello. Oh. Uh.
That's a scrappy Wi-Fi girl.
Oh wow.
How about now?
But can you hear me clearly?
You sounded muffled a little bit. Oh,
Oh
am I
wow.
still sounding muffled?
Yes.
How about now?
I don't know.
How about now? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
it's great. Yeah, good. You know something? I remember when I was like first grade or so, our class was going on a field trip. And so it was a little girl in the classroom. I think her mom wanted to go on the field trip with the class. And so she handed the teacher a letter. I don't know what was on the letter, I guess, about going on the field trip, but that teacher looked at that letter and laughed and laughed. And she passed that letter to the assistant, and the
Wow.
assistant laughed. And they took the letter all down the hall saying, read this letter. And they laughed. So I don't know if the parent used proper grammar, but
Probably
that
did.
that little girl, yeah, that little girl had to watch, and the rest of the classmates too had to watch. Whatever was that her mom so innocent wrote was
Right.
passed as a joke all day long.
Mm-mm. That's terrible.
Yep,
It's
that's
terrible.
terrible.
We recess, she used to make her children's breakfast, and she just paid for the lunch. Yeah, it was expensive because I'm thinking how much was breakfast? I know lunch was $2. Breakfast
Like
was
breakfast was $1.75,
one
wasn't it?
75 and lunch, I think it was $2, maybe at 2.25 every day for crap. For crap.
And
Crazy.
then there are times when I know at the school where I work, the milk was solid froze. The kids couldn't even drink the milk; it was solid froze. How do you give a child a box of milk that is frozen?
Mm, 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 mm. It was horrible. And Brandon,
Rolling with the shade trees in the building, Miss Tabor.
oh, what's up, Rello?
Oh, it's
Rello,
Rello. Okay.
we've been off to different subjects, but now we're talking about how kids are treated in the classroom, how teachers, you have the school shooters, and how the teachers or the students create these monsters that come back to the school, which they're not monsters. They're just misled and picked on kids that feel like they don't have any other option but to come back and shoot up the school. And we would say that animosity came from the classroom, from being bullied, from teachers overlooking them being bullied, and they feel like they don't have any other way. And we were just giving examples of how, just talking about that in general. Yeah, Brello said a box of frozen milk, shaking my head.
Yes, frozen, frozen milk. Yes.
And I got so fed up with the public school system, and I took Brandon out of public school system for a while. We had to pay for him to go to private school. He was so miserable in the private school because they didn't have sports. His friends weren't there. And so he just asked could he go back because he didn't in the school that he went to was kids from everywhere. So it wasn't kids from his community because they came from everywhere. And so he would have his friends once he got out of school. But he was like, I miss my friends. They don't have sports or anything. So we decided to put him back in. And I was doing it because I wanted that for him, but he said, "No, I want to be with my friends. I don't know nobody at this school. Don't nobody talk." He said they do sports or nothing. And then they had to wear a suit every day. He had to wear a tie and suit every day. And Brandon don't like to dress up now.
Mm-mm.
That's right. The parents have to. You are your child's first advocate, and I don't care if the teachers get upset. And a lot of them, they will already know me. They were already, I don't even care. That's good. I'm coming. Let me read the comments.
And you know something while you're reading the comments? I have people right today that, know I used to work in the school system. They will literally call me, okay, now what I need to do with this, what I need to do with it. And I would direct them, this is what you need to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had to learn. I had to learn. And I'm glad we had resources that when
Hmm.
I would each time I would go to the school, I didn't go up there just talking out the side of my neck. I knew my facts and everything. And
Hmm.
like I would tell them, uh, we have the same degree. I can have your job, but that's not the field I
Hmm.
chose to go in.
Hmm.
So it's not even about degrees, about you being qualified. You have the credentials it take, but you don't have the personality, you don't have the skills, you don't have the heart to be teaching somebody's child.
You know something? I got a former coworker. She was having trouble with the school, and so she didn't know anything about like a parent advocate, and so I told her about it. And when she called that school and let that school know who was coming with her, guess what, girl?
Fine,
They
straight.
had they had their ducks in a row
Yeah.
because they did not want to be bothered with this particular lady that was going to come to the school with them.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Thank you for letting me know about this."
You're responsible for your child.
Yeah,
And
you're responsible. Uh-huh.
if you let people walk up your child and have your child feeling like they're not even worth it, that child is gonna grow up to an adult that feels like they're not worth it. You have to instill, positive things in your child, let them know, you know, you are somebody. You that starts at home.
And
And
you know something else? It was, and I got to go to work in a minute. It was a parent talking to me saying that the I think the child was in kindergarten and they was trying to retain him, let him sit back. And I
mhm,
was like, okay, what you do is go to that teacher and ask that teacher to show you a call log where she attempted to call you to talk discuss that your child wasn't doing good. Go to that teacher and ask that teacher was there any letters that she sent, any kind of communication. Go to that teacher, ask that teacher to show you, paper tests that the child done that didn't pass. Okay, the teacher couldn't show none of that. So guess what? The teacher knew that they could not retain that child because you don't have proof the child, is not where they ought to be at. Tangent.
if you don't speak up for your child, who do you think you don't speak up for?
I don't know. No one will. Oh, you back muffle again. Woo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and end. I have to go ahead and get my day
Yeah,
started.
yeah, because I got to get my day started as well. And so, to everybody that's listening, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
That's right. All right, we'll pick up this conversation maybe a little later on our discussion tonight.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
Rello.
you.
Rello for stopping in. Sweet Ree for coming through, speaking. I wish you would have came up on the panel. Tamara Delaney. Tamara, check us out this evening. We're gonna pick this conversation up this afternoon. Okay. So everybody have a productive day. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious. Um, let's get it, y'all. Have a happy hump day.